In 2012, he presided over the impeachment trial of Chief Justice Renato Corona. A new generation of political observers, far removed from the years of horror and human rights violations during martial law, considered him a rock star, impressed by how he handled the hearings that eventually found Corona guilty of betrayal of public trust and culpable violation of the Constitution when he failed to disclose certain properties in his statement of assets, liabilities, and net worth. It was Enrile's second time being elected as Senate President. The first was in 2008, when he replaced SP Manuel Villar. Enrile stepped down as Senate President in 2013 after he was criticized by four colleagues whose offices he did not give additional operating expenses in December 2012. Miriam Santiago, Antonio Trillan's four, and siblings Pia and Alan Cayetano. Enrile's newfound popularity as senator waned after it was revealed in 2013 that he was one of the senators whose pork barrel was channeled to dubious non-government organizations in exchange for kickbacks amounting to $172 million. He was detained starting July 2014, but was allowed by the Supreme Court to post bail in August 2015 on humanitarian grounds, considering his age and frail health. He tried to return to the Senate in 2019, but lost in the election. On November 17, 2008, Senate President Manuel Villar resigned due to a lack of support, and Enrile succeeded him the same day. Enrile was nominated by Panfilo Lacson, 14 senators supported the nomination, and 5 abstained. Enrile was re-elected to a fourth term in the 2010 Senate election. On July 26, 2010, he was re-elected President of the Senate. In early 2012, Enrile was the presiding officer of the impeachment of Chief Justice Renato Corona. He was one of the 20 senators who voted guilty for the impeachment. In September 2012, he started a feud with Antonio Trillan's when he asked Trillan's why he secretly visited Beijing to talk about the Philippines and the Spratly Islands dispute on Spratlys and the Scarborough Shoal. Enrile cash gift. In January 2013, while sitting as the Senate President, Enrile was accused of using Senate funds called MOOE as Christmas gifts to members of the Senate who do not oppose him. This led to his resignation as Senate President without sufficiently answering the controversy. In September 2013, Enrile was again involved in misappropriated funds, this time about the PDAF, or what is commonly called the Pork Barrel Fund. 20 billion pesos worth of Priority Development Fund was illegally channeled through various bogus NGOs of Janet Limit Naples, most of it being used by the senator. Enrile, along with fellow senators Bong Revilla and Jinggoy Estrada, were indicted for plunder and for the violation of the Anti-Graft and Corrupt Practices Act before the Sandigan Bayan on June 6, 2014, in connection to the Priority Development Assistance Fund scam. Alleged mastermind Janet Limit Naples and Enrile's former chief of staff Gigi Reyes were also charged. Enrile allegedly received Philippine peso 172 million in kickbacks from public funds. He was detained on July 3, 2014, and suspended from his Senate post on September 1, 2014, for these charges after his motions to post bail to lift the suspension order were denied. The Supreme Court of the Philippines (NBank), in its decision dated February 24, 2024, denied Enrile's petition to dismiss and directed the Sandigan Bayan to proceed with the trial of the P172 million plunder case on the alleged pork barrel scam. Enrile's rumored affair with his former longtime employee and chief of staff Jessica Lucila Gigi Reyes, 38 years his junior, came out after reports that Enrile's wife, Christina, walked out on him in January 1998 after charging him with adultery. The news made both local and international headlines. On August 21, 2007, the 24th anniversary of former Senator Ninoy Aquino's death, Enrile stated that the case of the 14 soldiers incarcerated for 24 years for Aquino's assassination should be reviewed for clemency. Enrile paid for the legal services of the soldiers during their trial and said the soldiers and their families had suffered enough. Enrile featured on a commemorative stamp issued by the Philippine Postal Corporation in honor of Centennial Birthday in 2024. In honor of Enrile's centenary, the Philippine Postal Corporation issued a special personalized commemorative stamp that denotes the various offices held by Enrile through the decades. This was pursuant to provisions under Republic Act No. 10,868, otherwise known as the Centenarian Act of 2016, which honors and grants additional benefits and privileges to Filipino centenarians. Discussing the secret to his long life, Enrile said in 2019 that he preferred to call it longevity and not immortality, which he attributed to his capacity to quickly move on. His house helpers said the centenarian does regular breathing, exercises, and prefers to have light dinner meals rich in greens. Welcome to the exciting world of 1,000 vlogs.